because of the outrageous behavior of the last administration, you coming across the border, whether it was legal or illegal, and you lost your child, it's gone. You deserve some kind of compensation, no matter what the circumstance. What that will be, I have no idea.
That was President Biden Saturday supporting plans to pay migrant families separated under the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy in 2018. Notably, it's different than what he said to reporters just last week.
So this is a garbage report?
Yeah.
Okay. So
$450,000 per person. Is that what you're saying?
That was separated from a family member at the border under the last administration.
That's not going to happen.
So the president now says last week's comments were in regard to the amount reported, $450,000, something the White House tried to make clear before the president did. Joining me now for more on this, Victor Avila, former ICE special agent, and immigration attorney David Leopold. Victor, let's start with you. You heard what the president said there. You lost your child. You deserve some kind of compensation. You agree or disagree?
I disagree with the compensation. The first thing that comes to my mind, Joe, is if we're going to compensate anyone, let's start compensating the U.S. citizens that have been killed, aliens in this country at the hands of illegal aliens. Let's do that. Let's start compensating there from the people that shouldn't have been here to begin with.
David, you heard the president make his case. He called it criminal. I'm assuming you can probably leave it at that, because I'm curious. We know why it's controversial. Why has it been so confusing?
Well, it's confusing because, he's right. It was criminal. It was a kidnapping. What they did, the Trump administration, was they used this policy called zero tolerance to arrest and prosecute people who were asylum seekers. And the law is pretty clear that you can come to the United States in any way, shape, or form to apply for asylum. Section 208 and Section 235, pretty clear. So the Trump administration really had no business doing what they were doing. They took advantage of the fact that crossing the border between border checkpoints is a federal misdemeanor. Actually, crossing to apply for asylum, at border checkpoints is not. But they nevertheless, in both cases, separated children from their parents. From asylum-seeking parents, they took their children.
Is that criminal, though, David?
Well, is there they are covered by all kinds of immunity. So no, they're not going to be criminally prosecuted. It's immoral. It's a stain on this country, and it's child abuse. Don't take my word for it. That's the American Association of Pediatrics. That's the Physicians for Human Rights talking. Child abuse, persistent psychological trauma. And when we're talking about, Joe, compensating these families, that's under our court system. That's part of our law. So that's for a judge or a jury to decide, depending on the situation.
So that's the judge ultimately, Victor, I guess, who will determine this number here. But do we know more about how many migrants might get it? Because, our reports, we've heard 300, but DHS, I guess, reports more than 2,000 kids who still haven't been reunited. I think we might have lost Victor. So, David, let's bring you back in on this then, if you would. I think that what some of the confusion has been, David, is that some of these kids came in with smugglers, others came in without parents. How do you determine who should get this money? And how much do you think it'll ultimately be?
Well, I think we're talking about, and my numbers may be wrong, Joe, but my understanding was we're talking in the neighborhood of whatever the numbers you said, 300, 400. I think you can determine. That's why we have a judge and that's why we have a jury, depending on the circumstances. And if compensation is warranted, it ought to be paid because the harm was so horrific.
So how did they get to that number, David?
Well, they get to that number because you have severe psychological trauma. You have trauma and damage that no money amount is ever going to compensate.
Right, but it needs to be an amount, though. What do you think it is in the end?
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I have no way of evaluating the case, nor do you, nor does anybody. But it sounds to me like they're negotiating.
Right.
These figures came from the press that we're hearing, 450,000 or 500,000. If that's an appropriate number, then the court will approve that number. That's why we have courts.
Hey, Victor, you are back with us here. I'll give you the last 30 seconds. Sorry about that.
Sorry about my connection there, Joe, but listen, let's not forget that this started under the Obama-Biden administration when they the ones that started separating families. And by the way, you know how many they separated? Thousands under the Biden administration just since he's been president. Right now, as we speak, we still have thousands of unaccompanied minors. He needs to acknowledge the chaos that he's created at the border. And if he wants to end this, he needs to take a look at the border and finally do some real border security enforcement. And it's wide open right now.
All right, David, rebut that for 10 seconds if you can for me, and then we got to go.
And, you know, with all due respect, Victor, it didn't start under Obama, number one. And number two, you know, yeah, the border has been a problem. We do need border security. But let's remember why people come to this country. They come to this country for the same reason my father, my ancestors.
Tell me, because Biden administration has invited them.
Excuse me, Victor, I didn't interrupt you. People come to this country because of the great pull of this country. This is America. And what we need is to get to the root causes of this problem. You know, the last administration cut off things like the Central America Minors Program.
David, we got to go, my friend. Wrap it up.
Okay. Anyway, we need to get to the root causes. We need to fix the problem down in Central America so people aren't tempted to come up here.
Victor Avila, David Leopold, we thank you both for your time. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.